Hello and welcome back. Alright, let's kill some barbarians here. So 11 barbs. Let us use these tactician abilities already, as we usually do. Slight mistake, I have Eswig out with some nets. I'm not going to use them here, I don't think. Let's see, is there a good rotation to be had? Maybe Geralt. Maybe. Sure. Let's do that. And then move like, I don't know, somewhere. Alright, so these are Reavers, and the Chosen are coming in a moment. Let's wait and see if I want to try the Goblin crossbow knockback or not. Also take this high ground with Fahad, I think. That might have been actually the rotation I should have done. Yeah, probably. Would have had an enemy in range. Well, too bad. I must confess, I do have a slight hangover, so I might be making some mistakes here. Let us hope that no one dies because of those possible mistakes. Anyways, Niels, move in. That is your job. And let's go for a stun, I suppose, on this one, since that's the higher chance. Nicely done. Alrighty. Checking if Mattis had rotation available, because that's one way I could use him in some battles, but he doesn't have that. Also, I believe we have found those, well, these blunt cleavers, but I'm still using this famed axe on my cleaver duelist, because I'd rather do the damage, I guess. Well, he's trying. He's trying to do damage. They're being so indecisive. I don't know if the AI tweaks have made them so, or if that's what they normally do as well sometimes. Anyways, let's position like here for inspiring presence, probably. Sure. And do nothing else. Having quick hands on your sergeant could be a good idea. I don't usually do that, maybe because I'm so used to playing Legends, in which I always, well, almost always use the Inspire ability on my high resolve rally characters, I guess. Anyways, let's go for this one here. And I don't believe I'll use the knockback, so instead, well, maybe on this one. Does that help? He still has 7 action points, so not sure if that actually helps. Also, hitting him is not guaranteed. I don't know. I'll just shoot him with this. I mean, that's fine. Okay, gain ground, I guess. Sadly, Randolph is too far away to contribute. Well, let's move up and wait, perhaps. Kind of the same deal with Ludger. Okay, so this one is stunned, this one will die. Let's go for this one. And now he is neutralized. Eswig does have that Berserk. I don't know, does that matter? Probably not. This is probably not even enough, yeah. But let's weaken this guy. Both of these have gain ground from Vanquisher. And Mattis might get a lucky stagger, but that does nothing, so I guess I wait. Also, if I switch, that is not currently free, is that? No. After you use a throwing attack, swapping any item becomes a free action. Anyways, Inspiring Presence and Bolster here. So perhaps that was something I shouldn't have done, because now I don't have a target for Fridu Helm, so I need to move. Like some kind of peasant. Anyways, I'll also move there. Which is out of the hold steady range, but we should be fine here. There's only 7 left. And gain ground again. Not the safest spot to take, but we do take 25% less damage. Alrighty. So now with Fridu Helm with his 12 action points. This is a possible kill with the decapitation. It's kind of annoyingly situated next to an elevated armored unhold, but sure. And we don't get 2 hits in. Too bad. So might be taking some damage here. Already have, but yeah, that's nasty. Well, too bad. This guy decided to show us mercy and not use adrenaline. So I suppose I probably made a mistake moving Fridu Helm there. I don't think he'll ever die making that move, but maybe I should have done something else. Staggering the armored unhold would help us, so do we get that lucky? We do not. Okay. Go away. And I suppose I don't want to move there, so let's lose this unstoppable stack. And I don't have 3 allies. But I suppose I do... Well, actually no, I can wait for Adelmar. Let's wait. Let us wait. So move there. Switch weapon, I guess. Though then again, I don't know. Well, the knockback moves him here if this does... Well, I can go for this, actually. Yeah, let's go for the unhold. So yeah, I'll go for someone else. Well, that takes care of that. And I suppose... Well, actually I can't catch up to the drummer. I was going to kill him, but apparently not with Niels, who has taken a bruised leg. Well, that's too bad. Goodbye. And Niels takes another hit. I guess that's my bad with the positioning. Should have also checked how fast the unhold still is. Anyways, everyone is alive, so it's fine. Okay, I suppose I did take more damage than I should have, but it's okay. Though now, since I don't really have the reserves, I guess we skip on this place for now. Also, I want to visit the temple, so I guess we go back to Lugn instead. Let's do so. So yeah, definitely could have done that better. Okay, sacrifice event, so let's go with the longer name here. Thabit ibn Badar will have the honor. Okay, is this new? I believe it might be new. A long stick is pierced through Thabit ibn Badar from posterior to out the side of his neck. He is tilted up into the sky and held there by one man while others use long spears to stab him through until his corpse is the apex of an uncovered tent. The conical corpse is then covered with grass and mud until there stands a teepee, a torso and head of Thabit ibn Badar, all that remains above. And should you enter the tent, you would find his legs dangling from its ceiling. The monument should stand as an omen for those to come, and a sign that they should come to accept that which awaits us all. Well, what a lovely time. So, let's see here. Geralt is now an acolyte. Helmer is a zealot. Gerhard, the banner, is now a disciple. And Esvig is now a chosen of Davkul. So, let's take a look at the chosenness. Okay, now we get plus 5 defenses as well. Pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Anyways, I also want to write it down that occurred. So day 249. Can I find a pen? Have I misplaced that? Well, there's one there, I guess. So 249. Okay, so we have 20 plus days now, again. Anyways, let's check the recruits. Let's see if I can find maybe someone who's dumb. I once again forgot about the... Also, this guy would have been nice, of course, but I can't get him. He's not dumb. Unless I really want to try to get him brain damage. That's too much of an RNG gamble for me. There is an actual cultist here. Anyways, I was going to say that I once again forgot my cheat sheet. Oh, I do find a dumb one. Okay. Hello there, Oathtaker. Who is also a tactician. Like this guy. Well, we already have a tactician, but... And also both of them are fencers. Anyways, he's dumb, he's affordable. Welcome aboard, Sven. Let's see, if I find like a decent enough thief, for example, I could perhaps make a tank out of that. This won't be a tank, but if he rolls well, I might keep him around, maybe. So let's gamble on some of these people. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the cultist. 3-star melee defense. Starts at 0, but maybe that's good enough to stick around. He does have underdog. Underdog nimble. No shields, and I believe you cannot purchase the shield spec from the training hall, sadly. That is a change I would make, that you can buy that as well. If my memory actually is correct, and you can't. Anyways, since we are kind of diminished and he is a cultist, I probably will keep him around. I would even make a sergeant out of him with this 1-star resolve, but he doesn't have rally. That's because my sergeant is traumatized. Anyways, so let's call this guy CTR, so call this trainee. And then the thief, who is, I think, a skip. Nice melee defense though. Max rolled. No stars. Also has underdog. And likewise does not have shields. As a thief, he gets trickster's purses for throwing pocket sand. 1-star melee skill, 1-star range defense, has parry, starts at 15 with the swiftness. He's not bad, but is he good enough for us at this stage of the game, especially when he's competing against this guy, who I guess could be better. He did roll nearly max with the melee skill, no stars, min-rolled melee, well, kind of min-rolled melee defense, 1-star. 2-star range defense starts at -8, 3-star fat. Well, if Sven here rolls well, we'll keep him around. And I am pretty sure that I can actually keep him around. So I should probably get my cheat sheet up, so bear with me as I do that. It's hidden somewhere in my folders. Okay, there we go. So now it is open. I'm not showing it on screen, but I can see it, and that's the important part. Okay, let's see here. So off-takers, surely those don't count as noble or something. Also, is it that nobles cannot be dumb? That actually seems to be the case. Yeah, it seems like off-takers can be converted. I'm just double-checking because I'm, I don't know, a little bit paranoid or something. Anyways, let's see here. So he did start with a +2 for melee skill. So we'll go with melee something, obviously. If he rolls badly, I might not keep him. Projected to reach 86 melee skill, which is fine enough. It's not fantastic, but it's fine. He's also determined, which is nice. So let's see. Has all of the armor specialties. We've probably gone nimble. I could, I guess, try to build initiative and go with flexible, but I don't want to do that. I would rather spend the stat points elsewhere. It's competing against too many things, and of course you can only get 3 things at a time. So we'll probably go nimble and ignore the initiative. That's the plan at the moment. So for now I could just take student, for example. Anyway, let's call this guy convert TR for trainee. I will allow him to keep this armor, I guess. It's good enough. Though the helmet is a little bit light. Does he have steel brow? He does not. So let's go perhaps a bit heavier with that. Also, now that I remember, let's switch this back here for Fahad. And now that you're back, Geralt, let's give you your actual weapon. And let's sit out Niels. Let's bring in Sven. So let's give him a reach weapon for now. Just a goblin pike for now, I guess. Well, actually a pole mace is probably better. Better for us at this stage. For some fights at least. I don't seem to have a dagger. That's fine though. You can have a bandage. Okay, so perk point. Yeah, he could have been a lot better, but he's good enough, I think. Anyways, so melee defense is projected to be around 30 at level 11. I don't want to go with shields. I usually prefer my big two-handed builds. Though this guy... He doesn't have Berserk nor Unstoppable. He does have Decisive, that doesn't grant you action points though. So I don't know, Battle Flow might be a waste on him. So what bases do I not have covered? I don't have a good mace user, for example. I do have a mace in Niels, but 62 melee skill one-handed, so not really a damage build. So I could go with maces. I could go with two-handed flails. Doesn't have Vigilant either for action points. I guess I could go with Shields plus Shield Sergeant if I really wanted to. Do I want to do that though? Not sure. Well, I'm rather sure I don't want, but let's keep it as an option. I'll just take Student here because I don't want to think too much. My brain hurt. Well, not really, not yet, but if I keep it up, then it might. So we'll go with that for now. Let's, like I said, make his armor, well, his helmet a little bit heavier. So let's go with this piece. Zweihander's helmet. So nice, I guess. Could have been nicer. Anyways, Alvar here. Do I keep him around? He did roll with the max melee defense. So projected to be kind of similar actually as the Oathtaker. Especially since he's tough. I will keep him around for now, I think. If he rolls well with the melee defense and the melee skill, he might be a damage dealer. Not sure exactly. Well, I could just throw Pocket Sand and rotate. I would have been far more excited to find this guy a couple of 100 days ago, of course. But I think he's just like barely good enough. You can also go with parry. I guess that kind of makes him more of a tank with the range defense star. I might prefer to have anticipation, but I don't know. With also the double grip bonus in Hardened, non-attack skills cost less fatigue to use, so that helps the rotation. So I guess we'll go with the parry rotation. We'll keep Duelist as an option. Probably go for that, of course, but I'm a little bit annoyed at how Hardened handles the Duelist perk. Makes positioning so much more important. And for example, if I try to deal damage, then the underdog, well, it's a nice insurance guarantee, I guess, but yeah, at most I want to be up against 2 enemies at a time. Anyway, so Trickster's Purse is probably yes. Well, he's level 1, we'll see if he's around. And now I have 2 people to convert. They're not fantastic, but they are okay. So Leofric here. Let's also keep him around for now, because I might get someone like Niels killed or even fired. And the same applies to someone like Mattis. And of course, while I don't want it to happen, anyone can die. We've seen that in this run. This is not Legends, so people are not invulnerable as they get to the veteran levels. Yeah, dismiss you, and dismiss you. I guess I can still try out. If I find someone who's like spectacular, I might keep them. So we are looking for a super tank, which is very difficult to find in Reforged and Hardened. So I suppose you might be able to do the Black Monolith without one, if you play well enough. And maybe you could have like, I don't know, 3 tanks that aren't quite super, but with the Shield Sergeant, and they can hold the northern flank, something like that. Honestly, I haven't given it that much thought, which maybe I should have, but I haven't. I will treat this injury, but do I treat this? I mean, it's not that much money. But honestly, Niels, you should reflect on your failings. So I will allow you to suffer for a while. Not spend my hard-earned coin. Speaking of coin, Also, the selling price here is so good that I really want to find more things to sell in rapid succession. Keep some of these around in case... I'll sell this Warhammer though. Keep these wooden sticks around in case I fight Hexen still. Probably will happen at some point, though is it worth it? Not necessarily. 160, 140. And one of these can go, those can go. I don't need this many heavy javelins. I'll sell all of them actually. And do I need 2 of these? Surely I don't, if I'm not using them. So 120 and 7, what is this? 80 and 6, but this is -1 vision. And I do have steel brow. Well, it's kind of better than this, yes, kind of. So I'll make a switch there. Taking that vision penalty is fine. Well, I'll probably keep the other one around. How about 148? Yeah, I don't need 2 of these pieces, so I'll sell one of them. Also, am I ever making anything out of the glowing resin? Let's actually take a look. I could sell it. Living Tree Shield. So it does regenerate itself, which is okay. I don't think this is like that good though, so I'll probably sell the resin. Like padding replacement. I think some of this should be buffed. Kraken Shield. Well, for that, eventually we'll get that unless the run ends, so I guess maybe. Though even this is like... I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but is it that good? I mean, it's only 1 inventory slot though. So let's see. Additional fur padding. I need to find some wolf pelts. I have quite a few Battleforged people now. Let's see, what else did I have? These can go. Do I use the unhold hides for anything? Or the witch hair? Let us take a look. I would so like to have this happy powder. I haven't seen even 1 Necrosavant this run, which is very strange. So yeah, witch hair and these unhold hides. Lionheart potion, I can just buy those, I don't need to craft them. Probably will buy a few at least for the black monolith when the time comes. As far as I can see, I don't really need the witch hair. Vixen trophy, I mean, it's a marginal upgrade for some things. Night Owl Elixir I can buy. Protective runes and sigils, I don't really need that, especially as the cultists. Guess I'll sell the witch hair. And the unhold hides, I can find more. We're getting a nice price here. Sell that longsword. This is still being repaired. Do I have enough food? Kind of. Things are semi-expensive. Well, at least the tools are. Zahid gets disgruntled.
We had a murder here. Some bastard from Wagenheim put a knife into the back of one of the merchants. You'll see the news on Sunday. You should come watch. Just the other day, a drunk guy came up to me, said he discovered a location called Stone Pillars on one of his adventures. First he claimed it was southwest, then he corrected himself saying it was east. In the end, he insisted on it being east.
Okay, well, we'll go there eventually. But not yet. There's not really a point. Anyways, how tough are we? How good are we? How capable are we? What can I do? I mean, it's kind of strange question to be asking when I have level 18 character in the company, but we've seen how overconfidence can get us bad results. So I'll still play it semi-safe. But let's go see about the Sanctum of the Dark Arts. Probably the Barbarian's Ritual Site is something we shouldn't attempt. I guess I can take a look though. Once upon a time we saw this camp with a diminished garrison. But now it's day 250-ish. Many chosen, a few armored frost unholds, Jotnarter Ravager. Okay, this is doable, but I don't think I should try it. I think I should wait a bit. Again, still. Let's be prudent, let's be careful. How about the Sanctum? So how many nets do I even have? This is also very tough, actually. Also, they do have ghasts, and my banner is traumatized. That as well, I think I should skip. Oh dear. Anyways, I do have some nets. Honestly, it might be that the Barbarian location is easier. A few Necromancers, many Fallen Soldiers, some Fallen Heroes, some ghasts. That is very tough. Anyways, let's go to Hornvold. Northern soldiers have traveled these roads. Okay, we do have a military cleaver actually at the weaponsmith. It's not famed, of course, but I might buy that for my cleaver duelist. There is a cultist here. Let's check him out. I'll skip the others. Okay, 2-star max rolled melee skill. That's probably good enough. It's also fearless and short-sighted. And he does have rally with 59 resolve. No stars though. But he might be good enough to act as Gerhardt's replacement. At least for a while. Until I find the... whatchamacallit? The magic juice from the Tree of Life or something. So yeah. Projected to reach 87 melee skill. Max rolled the melee defense as well, by the way. Doesn't have stars, but he's good enough to stay around. I'll call him a C+. And we'll think about whether to go with the rally. So as a damage dealer, he does have unstoppable and can choose between one-handed and two-handed with formidable approach duelist. Maybe like a hammer? Two-handed hammer? So if I do so... well, I don't know. It kind of works with unstoppable. The, let's see, full force perk, which uses up all of your AP in the attack. 2-star hit points as well, goes nimble. Yeah, that's nice. Though the, well, it's a decent roll. Yeah, he's rather good. He's rather good. I'll upgrade him to C++. And TR. Okay. So now I need to train these people. And I did check here. Yes, I did. I could use some more tools. And this is going to spoil. There is the Falcon. Do I care about the Falcon? I have the money, obviously, but do I care about the Falcon? Not sure I do. I have the Lookout. So let's equip this. So this is a decidedly nimble or medium armor piece. Maybe give it to someone like Helmer, actually. I care about Helmer's survival more, but I care about someone like Ludger, for example. This is a decent piece as well, though. But sure, let's give it for now for Helmer. And the Brigandine shirt with this attachment, I could give to someone like Mattis, maybe? Or just keep it around for now. Just keep it in my inventory for now. Nice to have options. Okay, let's go to Gunheim. Okay, and kill some barbarians along the way. Several chosen, so that is tougher than the last fight, I think. Though no unhold. So this is a leveling fight, but I shouldn't get carried away. It's kind of strange calling something like this a leveling fight. Let's bring in Horik. Give him a pole flail for now. How did he roll with the fat? Pretty well. Yeah, this is a nice find, definitely. Hopefully I can keep him until he's... well, hopefully he doesn't die, let's say it like that. Let's go with like this adorned armor. He can pretend to be an oath taker. He can take an oath to Davkul. Let's go with like a 200-ish helmet. Something like that. Keep him away from the front line, of course. Maybe I'll let Adelmar sit out for one of these guys. I don't know though. I do want all of my melee damage in. Also, you shouldn't be on the flank, so let's use someone else there. Let's use him there. Something like that, maybe? Okay, let's keep these two in reserves for now, as well as Niels. As well as Gerhard. Does mean no inspiring presence from Gerhard, though. Maybe it's better to leave out Adelmar in that case. Not sure, though. It's fine in this fight. So the Chosen deal a lot of damage, but they do go down semi-easily, which I'm glad about. Okay. Fair enough, dog. Every dog has its day. Except this one. Well, it was a quick and hopefully painless end. Go ahead and rotate the axe forward so that I can hopefully hit something immediately. That is going to be the case. Ideally, they once again don't use their... Okay, this one is using adrenaline, but we can probably kill him. Yeah, it would be nice to have one or more rotations available, but that is not the case. We can attack twice though, as long as I don't move people. You wait. Okay, so let's focus on the ones who are cheating. It seems all of them actually might... Well, not all of them. The ones here are. And I am aware of the irony of calling it cheating while I have the Blitzkrieg ability. Okay, go for this one, I guess. This one decided not to cheat. Okay, can I weaken this one with someone else? Maybe the crossbow. Be nice to get this kill. We both have formidable approach. But he has it active. 65. Well, I guess I go for it. I'm not going to use a net here, I don't think, since there's such a... kind of a rare commodity on this map. I'll use a dog, actually. I think. Would not be nice getting hit by this hammer on heavy armor. But that might happen. How about using Line Breaker here and then going for this guy? So if I do so, Dieter is unable to hit anything. He can reposition, of course. Let's wait. I can wait on that. So Dieter hits this guy, actually. Sven just stays put, I guess. His big moves in here. Could finish off this one with Adelmother. I guess that's the safer play. So let's move here. Well done. So knockback on... So this is a 6 AP lever. So knock back this one maybe. Well, one of them, because I'm moving Ludger here. I don't know, they're both dangerous weapons. Go for, I guess, both of them. Nice injury. Sven is a little bit exposed here, but of course we do have the Blitzkrieg, etc. And actually, since I do have the Blitzkrieg, do I want to move on them? I guess I don't. No, I don't know. This target will be gone, actually, so I will move. Yeah, he's gone.
He's dead, Jim.
Alright, don't walk too close. So just mercy kill the dog. And now that this happened, is there a point in line breakering? There kind of is if I don't want to be hit by this. So I suppose I will. Though I can't attack if I do so. One hit from a hammer. 30 melee defense. It's about 50-50, or actually lower than that. I think I'd rather not be hit by that, so let's move. Does mean that Dieter also needs to move next round to attack. Oh yeah, I forgot. We also have the Blitzkrieg, so that once this Chosen uses adrenaline of his own, we still act in an initiative order. Well, in that case, probably a mistake with Friedhelm. Anyways, Randolph, go in and hail. I wonder if they'll use the rotation shenanigans. Staggered. Can we get the stun? cannot. Okay, so if this one does go for Sven, I think we have that covered, so we'll be fine. Rotate Dieter, maybe? So Geralt acts next, and if I do so, then he's blocked. So I guess no. Maybe I just attack, or wait. Let's wait. Hold steady. Over here, if I move in to attack this one, if this one decides... Well, he can go for Friduhelm, actually. He decides to move here. Can we deal with him in time? Suppose I'm moving Dieter on this spot, so that blocks this guy from accessing Horik. Or I could move him there. Well, let's move there. That keeps the duelist bonuses. Alright. Acts in 3. So I try to finish off with Edelmar again. There we are. Okay, so Friduhelm actually may move away from this. Slightly weird choice to make. I mean, I can take one hit from a hammer. It's just going to be semi-painful. Currently 44 melee defense. Okay, I'll wait, I guess. He does decide to go for that. No, dog, no! And of course I'm immediately punished for staying put. Take a nasty injury. Chance 55, yeah, that's 80 melee skill plus formidable approach. And now... well, I kind of did see that coming, but it's still annoying. Sprained ankle. Okay. And indeed, this one did decide to go for Sven. We can deal with that, though. Nice hit. Don't have 3 allies here anymore, sadly. The dog won't help in that. Okay, here's Vig. So is this guy using adrenaline? He is not. Okay. But he is a lot faster than anyone who's nearby. But I guess I want to rotate Sven because we can still take a hit with Friduhelm. And it's a headshot. That it do be. Son of a something. The heavy armor feels like paper sometimes. What level are you, Friduhelm? Aren't you like level 8 or something? Yes. Okay, this guy needs to go ASAP. He needs to die. He cannot be allowed to exist any longer. Guess I can use the knockback and just move Friduhelm away. Something like that. Are you cheating? No, you're not. Alright, so let's knock back later though, if that's required. It is not required. Okay. Well, there's the drummer left. Have a present, sir. Okay, I'm annoyed enough. I'll try to kill him. I don't think he'll get away. I mean, objectively thinking, it's not that bad to take a couple of injuries on one person. No one died. I'm still annoyed though. Well, there we go. Some levels out of that. And let's sit out Friduhelm. Let's bring in Niels again. Let's sit out a new guy for the sergeant who's traumatized. Okay, Horik, level 2. This is the cultist ++. Starts with +2s. Well, okay. And I don't know. What will we actually do with this guy? So I already have a cleaver duelist, though he's not using a cleaver, and I do have a two-handed cleaver. So swords and hammers and spears. Or I could purchase... Actually, what I could do maybe is, yeah, I could purchase axes and then eventually use this one-handed axe. I wonder if he'll have enough fatigue to use that with Unstoppable. Maybe not. For now, I'll go get student though, so that delays the decision. Mattis, level 7. So I am going with Fearsome, which we'll see how that works. It might not work at all. But do I have enough fatigue? So he's asthmatic, but he does have battle flow. And he's taking nimble here. So I don't know. I could instead of that take some range defense, which I don't know. Will that make a difference in some fights? Maybe. I don't know. Let's take the fat. For now, we take the fat. Let's get fatter. Sven, who is the oath-taker, level 3. +2 and +3. Okay. So yeah, we're going with nimble. He did roll a +4 with hit points. Eventually he'll have... Well, in a long, long time, once he reaches something like the Chosen of Davkul level, he'll be very nice as a nimble guy. Will he be around? Will the campaign be long enough? We'll see. Anyways, he's not getting anticipation. He's not getting parry, not with this starting range defense. So what am I getting is the question. I would take Steel Brow or maybe 9 lives, but those aren't here. Also kind of similar. What do I do with this guy, weapon-wise? I do neither of these guys. Let's compare them side by side like this. Well, this guy has Unstoppable. That might even incentivize spears, actually. So I could ignore fatigue. I don't have a spear waller yet, either. Might still be useful against orcs, for example. I don't know. But Sven... How do I... He also has 3 stars in fatigue, but... The only way that I see here to use that is Inspiring Presence or an Orc Weapon or an AoE attack from something like a hammer, maybe. So, yeah. I kind of wish he had Berserk or something, so I could just plan this easier. I could just go with two-handed flails, for example. That would work very, very well with the battle flow. Similarly to how Geralt here works. Battle flow Berserk. And a heavy weapon. As it stands, I'm very undecided. And I don't see anything that universal here. I guess Colossus, maybe. So we also do have the Shield Sergeant as an option. I think I would go for that had he access to Underdog. And especially if he also had like Steel Brow. He is nimble though, so maybe the Steel Brow isn't that impactful. I do love my Steel Brows though. Being as thick-headed as I am. Cleavers are an option, that's a way to make action points. But I already have 2 cleavers, like I said. I don't know. I don't know. I could make him the guy who uses this, I guess. And speaking of Dieter, let's level him up. I'll take pure defensives here. He'll get hit points eventually from the Davkul things, though that takes a while. This campaign will be a very long one, if that's not clear already. So yeah, one-handed not cleaver, axe, or some kind of cleaver. Is his melee skill going to roll well enough? I don't know that either. I wish I could take like student number 2 here. That would be nice. There would be multiple students here. I would just click on all of them. Well, we can keep the perk point for now. Also depends a little bit on... Is this the same tracks, by the way? I think it is. Depends on what I am able to find, famed weapon-wise, what I want. So with the battle flow, I kind of want to be able to attack in a way that consumes a lot of fatigue. And that does mean cleavers, without having access to Berserk. Okay, 2 skull, 3 skull contracts here. Lars Orkbane. Well, sure, let's see if you're dumb. You're not. You have iron lungs. That is not good enough for us. I'm sorry. You just have to go away. Okay, I'll see about the brawler, I guess. But I do maybe need to cool it with the recruiting. Okay, Erling the brawler, you can leave. Alright, let's see, what are these? Okay, delivery. And thieves, 3 skull, I will take that. Weaponsmith has nothing. Look at your expensive tools. Selling for 14, I'll get rid of not that, this. Okay, so another leveling fight. I also want to visit a training hall again, so we'll go back south pretty soon. Alright, there they are. Sure, let's do it during the night time. How's Adelmar leveled? Anyways, he is. Okay, level 16 for Adelmar. I will leave him out of this, so let's see. So this is probably a full leveling fight. Despite being a 3 skull. Sven, you're back in with your unspent perk point. Okay, so these two, can I fit them in? I guess I can. Let's leave out the banner. Let's bring... Well, actually, as it's... No, I don't know. I was debating on letting Leofric here go, but I don't know. So I have a couple of daggers, so I will distribute those. Also, Alvar is competing with Sven for a conversion. No, yeah, the melee defense. Yeah, he's good enough. He's good enough. Okay, let's keep Alvar around and give him something and put him in the lineup. Something like that, perhaps. Have a couple of bandages as well. Alrighty. Niels is in, yeah. Was there a temple here? Yes. I am a fool. I keep on forgetting things. Let's try to fight not in the forest. If I can before morning, yeah. We'll use the abilities later. They probably don't want to move on us, we'll see though. Okay, I hear their little brigand feet shuffling around, but I don't see them. Well, it's a pretty easy fight. Or should be. Famous last words. There you are. Oh, Jesus Christ. Headshotted by one of these. And it's a nasty hit. 21 damage and suffers pierced cheek. Well, this is why I always take Steel Brow if that's available. Okay, sure. Oh, hello. Okay, please stop. Or, well, yes, go for the actual body armor instead of the head. Someone like this absolutely gets annihilated by orc berserkers with two-handed flails, for example. Those headshots will just demolish them. Annihilate. Anyways, nice of you to step up, sir. Especially next to Dieter's second wind. Didn't see that coming, did you? So there might be someone behind this guy. There isn't, though. This might even be the first long axe I've seen in the entire run, which is super weird, but that might be the case. Yeah, let's use... yeah, I have only this option. I was going to use the hold steady, but I forgot that it's one more AP. Okay. He laughs. Let's see. No one's in Fahad's range. Yet, at least. Can't rotate him unless I use Eswig. I might. So that's 2 rotations. Well, we can do that. So I should maybe rotate Geralt as well. He's about to be hit by this guy. If that's a headshot, that's pretty bad. Also, I'm rotating Mattis here, which is not good. I think I can still wait. I can afford to take one more headshot. If that's going to happen. Sven is level 3, yeah, he's taken a hit, so I might even pull back. Oh, you're there. Well, thank you. Now you're not there. Okay, and Horik. So many new people, I don't remember them. Anyways, headshot? Headshot. Which one? Let's go for the highest chance. Well, 89, 89. Let's go for this one. I guess we keep the bolas. Sun. Disappoint. Alrighty. We have the Blitzkrieg. I think I can stick around with everyone. Okay, Geralt. Let's be careful though. I don't want to be punctured. Just have the adrenaline. Dagger. Knife. Knife. I think I'm actually more afraid of these puncturing weapons than the others. So I guess I go here. Someone will move on them. Who's the dog? Alright. And now I'll actually move in with Fahad. That's fine. And Mattis. Well, they're enjoying this. How long will that last? Probably not long. Also, I'm still using this net on Esbig. I shouldn't. I should take that off. For the damage reasons. And I don't have the Pathfinder. Which is a bit of a bummer. Okay, I don't want to be hit by that, actually. There's a chance I get the kill, though. But... okay. Okay, fine. Alright, lots of experience. That's why I took this. Okay. Now that I remember, let's get rid of that net. I'll actually equip 2 nets in the inventory though, just in case. Esbig level 18. It's finally at 80 melee skill. Alright. Sven, level 3. Oh yeah, this is the same level. Yeah, never mind. Alvar, level 2. Max rolls the melee defense. Max rolls the melee skill. Now that's a decent start for him. He does also have some initiative, of course, being a thief, and he did roll a +5. I think I still take the range defense, though. So I don't need to worry about taking dodge, etc. And I can just take parry. And I can purchase Nimble at some point. Let's call him Conf Get Nimble. Anyways, so yeah, we take all of this. The resolve will get fixed. Also, Cheap Trick is interesting. So, deceive your enemies and strike with precision, sacrificing power for accuracy with your next attack this turn. 0 AP, 10 fatigue. Gain plus 25% chance to hit, but deal less damage. So that would be nice with maces. I don't have maces though. I'll go ahead and take student. Right, Horik, level 3. Okay, +2 for melee defense. So yeah, he's probably like a backliner. Despite having some melee defense. That's pretty low. He doesn't have shields. So backline something. Unstoppable backline, that's fine. But if he rolls like a god, I guess I might change my mind. And I can purchase polearms. 86, that's good enough. Unstoppable polearm. How well does that work? He does have Pathfinder. Decisive plus unstoppable. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm thinking polearm. Polearms are excellent in both Reforged and Legends. So we purchase polearms. And he can be similar to Fahad. Let's see, does he have anything to help with fatigue? He does have the decisive, yeah. That seems to be it, though. And we can take rally the troops on the side, maybe, though, maybe not. Anyways, I will take that +2 melee defense despite this. And we'll take +5 hit points. I'm pretty sure that I'm happy with the polearm choice. He's also short-sighted, so I don't want to use whips with cleaver mastery, I don't think. Also, he doesn't have quick hands to switch with those, so polearm, yeah. I'll probably keep this perk point so I can just spend it immediately on the first polearm perk, which is long reach. Niels, level 7. A little bit underwhelming. How much fatigue does he care about? I guess he does care with maces. +2 melee defense, +5 fat. And I believe I'll take resolve. It's pretty high, of course, but still. And he goes nimble. And lowers his armor. Let's see here. So, had he steel brow, I would go with something like a Blade Dancer's head wrap. But he doesn't have that, so we'll go a bit heavier. Let's see. Well, for now you can have that, but we'll see if that's the long term. And we'll go with maybe this Brigandine shirt for now. There we go, 71 fat to play with. So yeah, his melee skill is low, but he gets help from exploit opening, so the plan is to go for stuns. And ideally we find like a -3 fatigue use mace at some point. I don't know. Will I take the unstoppable? Combo is something I should consider as well, I guess. Not sure how much use it is. He does not really have any help with fatigue. Apart from the 3 stars, so it's a bit iffy. Can I make unstoppable combo work? Lose all unstoppable stacks when you use recover. Rush of battle, maybe. Yeah, that helps a bit. That does help a bit. So I will, let's see. We'll maybe get the rebuke perk. So yeah, we'll hold on to these perk points. Alright, and while we're here, let's also scout a bit. Unlikely we find something that's easy, but maybe something that's doable. Scout this. Oh, Icy Cave. I mean, I guess Dieter is the best candidate. I wonder, can he handle it though? Maybe Randolph. But yeah, I guess the chosen spirit or whatever the hell. I guess it's the... Yeah, it's the... what do you call it? Anyways, you know what I mean. The spirit will have heavy armor. So this weapon is a bit bad. So I guess it should be Dieter if I do it now. He seems like the best candidate. I really don't want to do it now, though. The reward might be nice, but losing Dieter would not. The thing is, if he does hit, then obviously it goes well, but I don't know. 11 fatigue to use this weapon, since he's actually a cleaver guy. Also, yeah, I forgot to get the military cleaver. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have, since finding those out in the wild is a bit rare. I don't think Esvik should go in. Geralt might win, but he might easily die. I guess I could risk it with Ludger. He has 49 melee defense. Zweihander just hits once, hopes that the opponent misses. I don't know. It's kind of okay if Ludger would die, though. Kind of. He's level 16, but he's traumatized. And he's never going to be recovered from that unless somehow I either get Gerhard killed or find a better banner. I wonder would there be a point in going in with someone like Ludger and giving him like a flanked mace for that fight. He only has 82 melee skill, I don't know. Reach is 1 lower. Obviously Ludger is still useful, but now that I've found more people, maybe he's a little bit less useful long term. So if I do it now, it's between Dieter and Ludger, I believe. If I had like a very nice famed flail, then maybe Randolph, but he dies so easily as well. He has 29 melee defense. The duelist perk helps a lot though. If I had like a... Well, I wouldn't want to risk Esvik here. He's far more useful as a... He can do a lot of things. He's not the best damage dealer, obviously, despite having Berserk. But with this amount of hit points and fatigue, etc., being the chosen of Davkul, I don't want to lose him. Fahad is not a candidate. If he could attack twice without the help of allies, then maybe, but probably not. So the question is, how bad will I feel if Ludger dies here? I'll lose also this armor unless I switch into something else. I guess I could switch into something else. And if Ludger does die, I don't think I try it with Dieter. I could also bring a net, but he likely just breaks free. Someone that's a duelist could handle that better. So, yeah, I could send in Ludger, and if he dies, he dies. Though Ludger also makes a decent candidate if he reaches high enough to be the one that's sacrificed to Davkul in the final event of the max levels. Though I don't remember, is it just between the max level cultists, or is it between the ones that also have these candles? I think it's between the max levels, but I'm not sure. So someone will need to die in that event as well, eventually. So yeah, Ludger or no Ludger? Is it worth it for the cleaver and the possibility of fighting the Ichirok? Yeah, that's the name. You might also just, with this resolve, just lose his nerve immediately and then obviously die. Don't really need fatigue if I go in. So the armor will be heavy. I don't know. Let's leave it for now, I think. It's day 250 and I'm scared of this fight. Oh well. Scout a bit here. Alright, fine. Let's go through this. Alright, out of curiosity, okay, we're paying 242 per day. Are we going to Eisenholz? I suppose we could go there. And if we get accosted by mercenaries, we can fight them. At this point, surely. I'll switch into the top lineup though for that. Minus Friedhelm, but now that I remember, let's visit the temple. So Friedhelm, there you go. Enjoy. Sell a few things. The money's not much, but it does pile up. So the long axe, it's not famed. I don't think I'll use it. I also do have an axe option in the halberd. Did I check these? I believe I did. Okay. Let's go. Let's go through Hornwald again. Well, I guess Gunheim as well. It's possible there's something new. Randolph suffers light wounds. Traveling, you like to keep your men fresh with the occasional training exercise in the middle of the night. Unfortunately, while practicing a riposte with his three-headed flail, Randolph managed to stick himself in the foot. The man appears even more hurt by the embarrassment. Oh, Randolph. Buy a few things. And let's move out. All right. The thing is also, I will need to make room for an actual super tank. I don't believe Leofric here is it. Nor Alvar, though he's closer with the underdog. Underdog parry decent defenses, but nah. I want someone with shields. It's not going to be Niels. So I need to have room is the thing, and I need to get one more indebted as well. So is it time for Leofric to leave us? He's not bad, but is he good enough? So yeah, some melee defense. And unless he rolls like a god, then no damage dealing capabilities at this point in the run. does have the 2 stars in initiative. I could get him medium armor. I don't know. Okay, I'll let Leofric here go. The perk tree randomization does mean that sometimes it do be like that. And since in this origin we kind of need to keep those 3 indebted around perpetually, then that exacerbates the issue a bit. I need to be picky to some extent, though I could even fire Ludger. That's a lot of XP for others if I do so. I did debate doing that at some point. I'll take a look here before we head down to Eisenholz. So I'm still on this ambition, okay. Abandoned village, well that we can do. I also see barbarians. Okay, leveling fight against barbs. So bring in the newbies. Leave out Niels though, probably. Oh, don't see them. What are you running from? What do you see? That's interesting. What the hell? Oh, come on. Come on, you can catch up. Oh, god damn it. Also, what are you running from? What the hell? Okay, this one is using adrenaline. Demolished. Chance 5, that's what I like to see. Okay. Semi-lucky. There we are. Alright, Ludger level 17. Alvar level 3. And this time mean rolls the melee defense. We take hit points, we take melee skill, and we take range defense. And I believe Colossus makes some sense here. Out of these options, how about Quick Hands? He does have Weapon Master. So flails, cleavers, daggers. Projected 82 only though. So he's decidedly more useful as someone who's capable of dodging, parrying blows. So damage shouldn't be underestimated. I could purchase him spears, I guess. And then do Weapon Master things, maybe, with the spear. He has second wind. Do I care? Maybe I do. Well, I guess I do with a duelist. Well, let's keep them blue though, not green. If he had more stars in melee skill, he'd actually be an excellent damage dealer. Similar-ish to Deter. I don't know. I don't have a dagger build yet either. I haven't found a famed Fatal either, so... Once per round, the first use of your offhand item weighing less than 10 costs no action points. Does have offhand training as well. Trickster's purses, and then carry something in the offhand, maybe? I don't know. I don't have a dagger build yet either. I haven't found a famed Fatal either, so... Once per round, the first use of your offhand item weighing less than 10 costs no action points. Hmm. Does have offhand training as well. Trickster's purses and then carry something in the offhand, maybe? Should work with parry still. So I guess probably if I were to take offhand training, it would be some kind of grenade thing instead of nets. I don't know though. Quick hands offhand training tricksters versus maybe. So if I do go with the quick hands, if I don't want any kind of offhand thing, what will he switch between? So in that case, I suppose I do take Weapon Master. He switches between some kind of one-handed weapon types. I could also consider purchasing the mace spec and then get Weapon Master with daggers and then try to make Quatal daggers work like that. Not sure if that's a good idea though, especially with the parry. Though I guess I can do the same with one-handed maces. Have to take finesse if I do so. I don't know. Anyways, Horik has reached level 4. I will level him up here, but probably skip the perk points still. Okay, this time rolls pretty nicely. +3 melee defense, +4 melee skill. Though you're going with the pole arm, so... I'll get some hit points. Sven, likewise, level 4. Mean rolls the melee skill. Why must my off-takers be so bad? Mean rolls the melee defense. So Sven here might not actually stick around. I don't know. Or I need help hitting things if I want to deal damage. He does have the fast adaptation. Feels so bad taking that at this point in the run. Formidable approach helps. In any case, let's take... Actually, do I take initiative? If I want to go with... Oh yeah, I was considering getting nimble for... Yeah, he does have nimble, yeah. In that case... I don't know. I really dislike taking dodge in Hardened. You can definitely make it work. If you're careful. Decisive dodger, that kind of works. $122 + 5. So the way I see it here, unless I'm missing something, is that the main benefit, of course, of initiative is to take dodge. He doesn't have overwhelm as an option. Also, actually, does the three-headed flail apply overwhelm 3 times per attack? Should have maybe taken overwhelm on Randolph. Well, too late now. Also, does he make any use out of having... Well, yeah, he does have pattern recognition. I guess that's kind of a lock-in thing. And I should go with something that's 4 AP, probably. That helps with both the melee skill and the melee defense. So yeah, I guess he will stick around. So takes the melee... I could actually take the range defense as well. Just getting that higher does have merit. A little bit. Okay, what I'll do is take the fatigue here, since it's max rolled, and I might want some, despite going nimble. We'll take the defenses. Skip the initiative. So yeah, I guess with the pattern recognition, we could still continue with the cleavers. I don't want to lock it in though, not yet. It's entirely possible that Friduhelm or Dieter die at some point. Friduhelm does free up this cleaver. I could also switch them out once one is injured or something, so the other one takes the other's weapon for that. I would also like to skip Duelist, so two-handed cleavers make a little bit more sense to me. So with Finesse, this is 9 fatigue to use, and this guy would have to rely on Battle Flow. Which is decent-ish. I can occasionally, of course, position in a way that gives him that Inspiring Presence plus 3 action points, in which case the other weapons are more of an option. If I want to benefit from the fatigue cost reduction from Decisive and the Battle Flow, I'm not going with Hammers, or at least I'm not taking the Full Force perk. I was also considering this axe, yes. That means I need to purchase access for him. I mean, it kind of works with the battle flow. He only gets to attack twice per round. Peter, currently, who's using the axe, has second wind for more. He's not going to be using it for long, though. Hopefully. Hopefully we'll find a nice famed, not two-handed, one-handed famed cleaver. I don't know. Anyways, so yes, we see the abandoned village. That's a fight we can do. I've only done it, I think, once or twice. That's a mid-game fight. It should be semi-quick as well. I guess we'll do that. But let's bring the top lineup in. So, as I've only done it the once or twice, I might not play it quite optimally, but surely will. What are you running from? What are you afraid of? Are you seeing ghosts? What the hell? Anyways. So I might make some mistakes here playing this abandoned village fight. But let's go for it. I'll check that everything's in order. Also, this hasn't broken yet, so I wonder if I'm making a mistake carrying this around. It's not like that big of a deal. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I suppose I don't actually need these large quivers. Well, this large quiver of bolts. Since I'm not going to have a second crossbow, I don't think. So I should sell that at some point. Abandoned village, though. Yeah, I'll not read this. To battle! Let's see how this goes. So 14 enemies, they're surrounding us. I forget how you're supposed to do this. Are you supposed to go for a couple of them at a time? Or spread out? I don't think it matters necessarily with our company. So Niels is nimble with a shield. 47 melee defense. He could handle whatever comes through the south, west, or west. I'll wait and see. For the most part, I'll be brave enough to advance with Peter. Okay, so Flesh Golem, only 55 melee skill. So Hardened has given them Menacing, Savage Strength. I don't know what else they have in Vanilla or something. Fearsome, okay. And some more Flesh Golems. Smack. Blunt melee attack that dazes the target. Alright, I don't know. Let's go for the southeast and east first. Not sure if optimal, but it should be fine. Oh yeah, these things. Oh, we're being grabbed. Geralt has been grabbed. Fault finders, yes. Anticipation. Flesh pull. Staggers a target. Corpse explosion. Oh yeah. Why not remember if their abilities get disabled if you stand next to them? Would make sense to actually move next to them, though. So how much was the corpse explosion damage? It doesn't say. I don't think it's that much, if memory serves. So another one there. Anyways, I suppose we'll go with the plan. Maybe send the O'Neills here, and if I somehow get him killed, that's fine. We can, like, handle these two, or maybe even get to the fault finder. Adelmar could maybe snipe the fault finder there. Maybe. Also, is there going to be another one there? Probably. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm missing 4. I will move there. Mattis does need to be careful. So we will be grabbed by them. Let's see if this disables this guy. His corpse explosion flesh pull abilities. That one used one there. Don't even see what's going on. Crossbow has been grabbed. Damage is kind of negligible though. We'll hold steady. Oh, you've been grabbed. I don't know which one did it though. Someone. So I still don't have an answer. Oh yeah, 3 attacks. And we'll rotate, I guess. So this one, as it dies, can be exploded, of course. So how many do I see now? 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Still 10, it seems. Also, if I stand on top, Will that disable the corpse explosion? I would like to know. Are any of you waiting? I don't believe you are. So is there only 3 fault finders? Or am I just missing some? Anyways, like I said, I might be making mistakes here. Might even get someone killed because I'm playing badly, but I don't know. It's fine. Surely this will overall be semi-easy. It's supposed to be a mid-game fight. Okay, let's see if I can snipe this guy. Oh yeah, anticipation. Okay, do I try to move away from this guy? 55. I think I try it. Yeah. Alrighty. Nice lucky hit. Okay, so I don't see anyone there, but there still might be someone there. Let's actually start going this way. How about Randall? Okay, there's the explosion, so if you stand on top of the corpse, that doesn't prevent it. The damage isn't that bad, though. It's been a while since I did this fight last time. Anyways, 1 enemy left there. Acts in 5. I guess I get rid of it. So yeah, it seems like there's 3. Okay. Still 2 hidden opponents though. Rotate Ludger. So I'm going to assume that there is indeed 3 fault finders. 1 down. Can they be exploded? My guess is no. Probably do this. Which one is this? Oh, that one. If I get grabbed on Mattis, he is nimble. It's not like super bad, it's a bit bad. I don't know. 13s, okay. Well, we are taking damage, but should be simple, easy going from here. Alright, so let's move like this. Can I walk away from 2 of them? Should I try? I think I probably shouldn't. Okay, 3, 4, 7, 8. Still 2 hidden. Okay, Adelmar might be grabbed. Let's just wait and see what happens. Well, those are 5%, so I guess I could have moved. Still just stick around though. Okay, so 8 enemies. Now I see all of them, okay. So yeah, 3 fault finders. I suppose we can also do the second fight once we find it. There's a nice flail from that. There are some fights in the game that I usually skip for one reason or another. Or that I've done very few times, like the library, the sunken library. If I take some explosion damage here, it's fine, but I guess I'll move. The dogs might actually make some sense. Hmm. That switch actually didn't accomplish anything, not sure why I made it. Alright, let's finish this. Okay, I knocked him there, so I can't see him. Well, too bad. Too bad. Anyways, I might consider doing the Sunken Library in this run. If I do, it's going to be quite a while. Quite a while longer. Alright, fault finder, let's find your fault. Oh, goddammit. Oh dear, 51s against Geralt. Well, his melee defense is garbage. It's kind of garbage. Takes his revenge. Okay, there we go. For hard levels, we get some things to sell. We also get an occult eye mask, leather face wrap, Temple of Knowledge. Oh, I didn't remember this item. A tiny book fashioned into a headband with leather straps. Its contents are unintelligible. Alright, one could make some kind of joke about someone else, a person perhaps that they know in real life or otherwise, whose head's contents are unintelligible. Anyway, so now we actually do see the location of that second legendary location, and we get the Bloodletter's Reach. So Artifact Reliquary is all the way over there. The Bloodletter's Reach is a legendary ammunition arrow quiver. Inflicts bleeding. We don't have an archer, of course. Anyways, Fahad level 17. Reaches 90 melee skill and 30 melee defense. Okay. Let's go to Eisenholz. And then we'll make our way to Schwertfeste again for the training hall. If I don't get sidetracked. Skip the recruits, I guess, unless I really want to see if Markov here is any good. I don't think he will be. I will skip this, though it's a lot of money, actually. Oh, is that going to be Scrats? Well, that doesn't really matter at this point. We can deal with Scrats. I think we'll just go to the castle, though. The princess is in the next castle. Okay, well, Wackenheim first. Okie dokie. So I should probably be careful in this nighttime forest still. Okay, this is witches. I will leave it be. We could do it, but at this time I won't. Let's go to Schwertfeste. The Noble War has ended, so there's probably not much that can ambush us here. It's that bad. I guess I'll go 2 times speed. Alright, so Schwertfeste. Again. Once again. We've been here a lot. Okay, first let's see about the hiring screen. Okay, maybe check out if this... I don't know. Should I? We have 2 converts already. Maybe I should cool it with non-cultists for now. Yeah, I don't have cocaine. Weaponsmith. Nothing. Unless, let's see, is there a military cleaver that I forgot to buy at that one place? I don't see one here. Armorer. I could get foreign plate harness. I don't want to spend the money on that. Tools. Tools and sustenance. And I'll sell some things here on my own time. Not that many things. Anyways, let's also train up people. So Horik, sure, let's go meet with polearms. Unlock polearms for Horik. Then we'll go back so I can train him otherwise. And now I'll rename him as well. Where is he? There you are. Okay, so we take the polearm stuff. So long reach, polearm mastery, leverage, formidable approach is a maybe. Let's take the long reach now. Then I take Pathfinder and next level polearm mastery. Okay, next peoples. Let's see. Alvar, let's train you up. I'm not going to give him Nimble though yet, since he might leave us or die. He's level 3. And the same with Sven, I guess? So let's see, Sven. Level 4. I guess it does make sense to go with axes, but it also makes sense to go with the cleavers with this guy. Cleavers are already available. But I don't have any cleavers unless I use the reach cleaver, I guess, for now. The Volge. I guess a whip as well. Doesn't have quick hands though. Well, we can find cleavers somewhere, sometime. I don't know. So if I go ahead and take cleavers, then I take like Mauler and Pathfinder, probably. I do like my Pathfinders. I don't know, I think I should think about this on my own time and not waste time here. Let's train some people up since I have money, so rigorous schooling. I have money and I cannot find any famous things to buy, so yes. Okay, that should cover everyone, I believe.
If you lot is looking for work, you have heard that they're hiring sellswords over at Wackenheim.
Thanks. Let's have a round, and I'll leave the episode here. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.